given that the statutory meeting of the Municipal Corporation of Westmoreland will be held in the Corporation's meeting room located at 95 Great George Street on Thursday, March 7, 2024, commencing at 2 minutes after 12. In accordance with paragraph 61 of the 8th schedule to the Representation of the People's Act, for the purpose of A, the council elected in the 14th division within the jurisdiction of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation to make the required declaration. 2, elect a chairperson of the Municipal Corporation of Westmoreland and deputy mayor of Westmoreland.
Good afternoon, esteemed members of our community. We are here today, a nice way, in a good meeting, to do the official business of state. I want to share with us briefly just a thought from Proverbs 11, verse 14. And we find these words: for lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. A verse that underscores the importance of wise counsel and collective decision-making in governance of community. And as we have this council meeting today, gathered together to name and to select all what needs to be done, we come with diverse perspectives and we need to recognize everybody's input. And I want to charge and challenge you all who are here today, not just the council members who have been elected to serve, but for all of us to recognize that guidance is needed, and if guidance is going to be needed to build our community, to build Westmoreland, we'll have to do it together. Victory is won through many advisors, says the wise man who wrote the proverb. It means then that we must seek advice, we must counsel with each other, we must share with each other. When we do that, we will embody the words that Jesus himself spoke in Mark's Gospel, chapter 10 and verse 45, when he came to serve mankind. Because the reality of service is what is important to all of us. He came to serve and not to be served. Isaiah further reminds us in chapter 1 and verse 70, he says, learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. Why are we here? We are here to affirm each other. We are here to encourage each other to uphold justice and to serve with compassion. It is in that context we are here, that we do what has to be done to defend the marginalized and to advocate for those who are in need. The prophet Micah in chapter 6 and verse 8 says, he has shown you, O man, what is good and what the Lord requires of you, to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. The importance of justice cannot be underemphasized. Mercy and humility in leadership is extremely important. You are elected to serve the people of Westmoreland. Serve them with humility. Serve them with justice. Serve them with mercy. But let us remember that it's part of our responsibility also to work together, to share with my friends. Let me encourage us. This rough, the responding hand to be upon all those who will serve. Will guide them to serve, will guide you all past dedication. We come before you with our hearts full of gratitude. We pray for our newly elected officials. And we pray, oh God, that you will grant them strength and courage to carry on their duties with humility and grace. Help them to always remember that true leadership is found in service, following the example of your Son, Jesus Christ, who came not to be served, but to serve. Grant them wisdom to make decisions that honor you and benefit all members of our community. May they seek your guidance in every choice they make, leaning not on their own understanding, but trusting in your infinite wisdom. As they take on this responsibility, surround them, O God, with your love and protect them. Shield them from temptation and guide them in the path of righteousness. Help them to walk with integrity and to keep their hearts pure and their motives upright. We lift up, O God, all other members of the council staff and those support agencies around them, the police, the health sector, and all. Grant them wisdom and patience and resilience as they work together for the betterment of our community. We ask, O God, for your guidance and a harmonious relationship that they will all share together. We lift up their families, and we know, God, that we are asking that you give them strength and provide them with sustenance, that during these difficult times of sacrifice and service, they will stand by each other. We give you thanks, God. And we pray that we'll have a successful term till where all of us and the needs of our communities are met for a better Westmoreland. We give you thanks through Jesus Christ, our Lord and our Savior. Amen.
Give rise to the national anthem, and I ask that all stand at this time. Persons who are here, significantly, this ceremony is about council who have been elected councilors. But I want to recognize some of our lead citizens in the parish. The Assembly of the Custos here, I'm still looking to see you. Yes, sir. Okay, the Custos. Lieutenant Colonel, the Reverend Canon, the Honorable Hardy D. Perry, CDJP. Welcome, sir. We also have the police hierarchy commander for the parish here, Mr. Wayne Joseph. And we have other persons. We do have caretaker Dwayne Vaz, MP. We also have Miss Marcia Graham, Chief Medical Officer of Health for the parish. Mr. Steve Morris, Chief Public Health Inspector. Ms. Brenda Walker, MLGCD. We have also Colin Hitchman, and one of my mentors in a different area of life, education. Mr. Winston Thomas, Regional Sales Manager, Nutrimex. Courtney Roberts, also from Nutrimex. And Mr. Bertel Moore, Oakland Mayor. And I think I saw Mr. Oscar, some weird game. There are other persons here who I might not recognize, and I'm going from the list. And I understand that Mr. Ian Hales. Okay, great, he's also here. But equally important, the persons who have given support to the council, the family, the friends, you're also welcome. And of course, a group of persons who are very dear to all of us, part of our stakeholdership, the press. Welcome. We will have the declaration of the councilors, which in fact means the legality of the office. That's what the declaration is. And there are no councilors elect. And after the declaration, we will drop one at work. But that's where we are right now. And they would have their documentation. Congratulations to all. I want to thank the parish of Westmoreland. I'm a bit parochial at this time. Because I can safely say, we had little or no problem in this parish of Westmoreland. And I want to believe it has to be significantly due to the leadership of both political parties at the local level. So from my perspective, I say thanks. And you would have made our job much, much easier. Please come inside. Invite them in. We should have 14 councillors for the parish. One person, and we anticipate within a few hours it will be. So in fact, for today, it will be 13 persons that will be part of this declaration. The other division, not too far away from here, being sorted out. I did say welcome to the councillors, but I should have said especially the persons who are new to the rule. You might be a little bit jittery, unusual surrounding, but I'm quite certain you will fit in very nicely as the ceremony continues. When I call the council, they will stand and a microphone will be taken to them for them to read their declaration. I start with Mr. Bacchus, Jerome Bacchus.
Brian Bacchus, duly elected councillor for the Parochial Division of Galveston, solemnly swear that I will to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you, sir. Followed by Mr. Michael Jackson.
I, Michael Everton Jackson, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of White House, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
I am Trevor Brown, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Leamington, solemnly affirm that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as the councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Let me just pause here.
In that case, what if the person are affirming? So, use the word affirm. You know.
To the individual. It's an option to the individual. Thank you very much.
Jerome Brian Bacchus, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of the Dallas, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you. Brown.
I, Trevor Brown, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Leamington, solemnly affirm that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as the councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Mr. Jackson.
I, Michael Everton Jackson, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of White House, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you, sir.
I, Artel Rexton Colley, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Negril, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Ms. Bahadur.
Good afternoon. I, Joan Marjorie Bahadur, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Friendship, solemnly swear that I will do the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I, Mr. Warren Andrew Littleton, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Greenville, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor for the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you.
I, Devon Anthony Thomas, duly elected councillor I, Devon Anthony Thomas, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of North Sablamar, solemnly swear that I will do the best of my ability, do my duty as a councillor for the municipal corporation for the parish of Westmoreland, so help me God. I, Danry McDonald Delancey, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Bethel Town, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the municipal corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
I, Julian Simone Chan, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Saganadamar, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland, so help me God.
Mr. Patrick Forrester.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bible. I, Patrick Floyd Howard Forrester, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Petersfield, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Ivan Lewis, councillor for the parochial division of Rome, solemnly affirm that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Celia Myers.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Ian Devereaux Miles, duly elected councillor for the parochial division of Little London, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as a councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you very much, and I believe those no more councillor-elect. There are no councillors. I ask you to put your hands together. And these are the persons who will have lead responsibility Let me just pause to welcome Councilor Garfield James. And as he gets here, I'm going to ask Mr. James to do your declaration.
Check it 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon, everybody. I, Garfield James, duly elect councillor for the parochial division of Sheffield, solemnly swear, affirm that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as councillor of the Municipal Corporation for the parish of Westmoreland. So help me God.
Thank you very much, sir. So we have now Delancey as a new chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. At this time,
Not before the time come.
we will now have the robing of the chairman, the mayor, forward, sir. I will now ask the chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation to take his rightful place. And before he settles in, his first duty of call is for the election of vice chairman. So I will now step out of the way and allow the chairman to take charge.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. We'll move straight into election of a vice chairman and deputy mayor. And at this time, I declare that nominations are open for the election of vice chairman and deputy mayor of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation.
Thomas, vice chair of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation.
Is there a seconder?
I stand. The second.
Motion? No. Are there any other nomination?
No.
No. With that being said, you leave with no other option but to declare Councilor Devon six-term Thomas. Next up on the agenda, we have courtesies. And at this time, I will call upon Senior Superintendent of Police. I will call upon Costas or Westmoreland. At this time, address us. Please make him welcome.
Newly made chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and mayor of Hamlamar, Councilor Donray Lance. Past mayor. We're feeling very light and happy now. Newly sworn members of the Municipal Corporation on both sides, good afternoon. It certainly is my pleasure and privilege to be called upon to first offer a word of congratulations to those who have been victorious at the polls in recent times. It's no secret that the parish council elections have been postponed and delayed for a number of years. And this is why there was so much enthusiasm when finally it was called and there was a campaigning. I want to remind those who are politically excited that the campaigning is now over. Elections have been called, polling stations have been set up and persons have voted, and the election is now over. Done, except for those that are to be contested and those persons are not being sworn in this afternoon. But for those who have been sworn in, I want to repeat, the campaigning is now over. What has started is the hard work of meeting the needs of the people who have elected you, but as well, the needs of the persons who did not choose to elect. You, my brothers and sister, one sister? We have two sisters. Two sisters here present. Certainly have a role to play and your work cut out. Somewhere else, I said it, and I think it is worth repeating, that the parish of Westmoreland for many years chose to elect persons from the People's National Party. Everybody knew Westmoreland and Western Jamaica, wherever Western Jamaica goes, the nation goes. Then after a number of years, things changed. Western Jamaica and Westmoreland went in another direction. And some people marveled. Westmoreland? No, sir. Years have passed again, and Westmoreland has turned in the direction that it has been for a number of years before. It says that people are watching, and people are deciding where they need to look. And whereas there will be the party faithful who will remain no matter what, there are those who want to see change. They demand that you bring to them the water that they need, the roads that they require, the basic infrastructure that you promised them when you were campaigning. They expect to see these things. And if it is that you're not able to meet their needs, don't hide from them. Face the people and say to them, circumstances are preventing me. But as soon as I'm able, I will meet the need. Because I've heard so many times of persons hiding away from the people who voted for them. And the only time that people see them again is when election time comes. You who have been sworn in today, you must realize that there's an awesome responsibility that has been reposed on your shoulders. Jamaica is requiring of you more now than ever before. You must not fail us. I told myself, you must not fail us. You must do what is required, what you have sworn to do. And that's why I was one of those persons insisting that you use the Bible, because it's not what your spirit do. Anybody can get up and say their spirit. Spirit to what? The Bible is in my hand. The book, the holy book. And upon this book, I'm promising to do my best for the welfare of those who have chosen me and the division that I will be serving. last word is this, that Mr. Mayor, I don't know, not you alone, but you have to lobby. Because I hear all these persons here say that they belong to a division. You hear what they belong to? A division. Therein lies our problem. Look how many words there are to describe what you belong to. What you choose to say, not you personally. Not you personally, Jackson. But each person is representing. Hear what you're doing? Representing a division. About that, because it may be only a word. But may I remind you how powerful a word can be. On behalf of the Justices of the Peace, and indeed the citizens of Westmoreland, wish for you, Mr. Mayor, your deputy, and all the councillors for the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. Whether you're wearing green tie, blue tie, pink tie, orange tie, doesn't matter. Don't tie yourself with a color. Tie yourself to the people who love you. God bless you.
Lancy, duly elected chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and mayor of the town of Savannah, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and as mayor.
Yes. Serious business.
I, Danry McDonald Delancey, duly elected chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and mayor for the town of Savannah, do solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and mayor of Savannah. So help me God. I now invite Deputy Mayor Evan Thomas to do likewise.
For you to is actually trying to post that I will read at the end of it, raise your hand with the Bible and say, I will do it.
Thomas, duly elected vice chairman and deputy mayor
of Savannah
for the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and the town of Savannah Lamar, solemnly swear that I will, to the best of my ability, do my duties as vice chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and as deputy mayor for the town of Savannah.
So help me God.
Thank you.
And also to congratulate Deputy Mayor Thomas, the Honorable Arthur E. Perry, and the outgoing mayor, all the other distinguished guests. And when I look at the list, there are so many distinguished guests that are here that I wouldn't even attempt to start calling names. I also want to congratulate all the newly appointed councilors to suggest any of these shootings, incidents, or murders are linked to politics. We have no information that there is any political connections to any of these. I won't go into the reasons why we know all of these things. So, and I make it very clear because I want it to be known that the elections went peaceful, and we want it to continue like. I must say that on Tuesday afternoon, the Custos, I must commend the Custos for convening a meeting where a few candidates who had genuine concern, genuine complaints, were called to a meeting, and present was the president of the Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce. We had the representatives of the church, the Rotary. We had other political representatives from both sides. And also, very importantly, the head of restorative justice in the parish was there. And we had a very useful meeting. As a matter of fact, it's one of the meetings that I've been to where I think we met the objectives. Because it was ventilated, and I was heartened when I saw, without any prompting, one of the candidates got up and admitted that might have been wrong, and it was, politicking and over-exuberant and so on, and apologized to the opponent without any prompting. And I was hard to see that, and I'm saying, yes, we're going in the right direction. And I believe if we continue like that, it makes the work of the police much easier going forward. So I want to commend the candidates who even agreed to come to the meeting, because they never had to come, right? And they agreed to come to the meeting, and they stood up like men, women. And, I felt good leaving that meeting. And I believe that we can continue. So these are all very encouraging signs for the parish of Westmoreland. So, looking forward, I just want the councillors who are here now to say I'm looking forward to working with you as community leaders. You have a lot of influence, so I want you to influence positively. Persons will look up to you and they feed off your energy. Exhibit positive energy. Make and stand by decisions that will impact your community positively. Don't make decisions that are popular, but decisions that are right. Most importantly, lead by example. Don't say something and do something different, as people are watching. Your work begins today. You have to hit the ground running. So go forth and change the world. It's that time waits on no man. Morning.
For Central Westmoreland to come and give us a few words.
Lieutenant Colonel, Reverend Canon, the Honorable Hartley Perry, newly elected Mayor of Sam Lamar, His Worship, Councilor Danny Delancey, newly elected Deputy Mayor, my very good friend, the 6-star General over there, Councilor Devon Thomas. I must recognize all successful councillors. 8 new councillors, I think, after that. I think we have 5 senior persons here, but 8 new councillors after that. I just want to recognize and congratulate each and every one of you who were successful in the elections. Let me also recognize the outgoing mayor, Bertel Moore, my fellow MP candidate, Ian Hills, candidate for Westmoreland, former councillors who are present, all invited guests, good afternoon to you all. Let me say I'm really happy to be here participating in this event today. And I must declare that every single member who is around the table are persons who I share a very good relationship with, regardless of which side of the house they are represented. But these relationships have been formed over the years. Being the member of parliament down here and having a great relationship with all the councillors. And seeing the composition of the council, I can't say I'm not happy with how the council looks. But I must also say that everybody who knows me well knows that when it comes down to the work for the people, I am working with every single individual. And I look forward to a continued and improved relationship that I have with every single one here, because we must work together in order to move Westmoreland in the way that we want it to go. And I was reminded by 2 persons, I won't call names, when I was walking up over there, that the elections have ended and we need to show that they have ended. And this has to also start by being responsible citizens, and as councillors and representatives like myself, we must ensure that especially the flags which are not legal, as the superintendent would have told you, we need to take the responsibility and ensure we take them down as quickly as possible to ensure that the parish understands that elections are and we are moving forward as one group. Because the parish of Westmoreland, as we know, has a lot of history of leading Jamaica in many events. And there are many things that we must understand that we have to work together to achieve. A lot of long-standing issues, especially in Sam Lamar, Mayor, that we must work together to ensure we get solved. And being the chairman of the council, of course, you're the chairman for every division, because you're the chairman of the entire Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. But with your role as the mayor for the town of Sam Lamar, and as to the council looking attentively when I speak of Sam Lamar, there are a lot of things that must be done to move the town forward, which will also move the parish forward. And as councillors, we must come together to ensure that these things are done. And regardless if you're not agreeing with a particular point, we must be man and woman enough to understand that we must agree to disagree. Everyone will not share the same views at every single time, but we must understand that for democracy to take place and for us to move forward, whatever the majority would say at the point in time would reflect what most people are obviously saying at the point in time. So we have to work together hand in hand to move this parish forward. And we have never been a parish where, apart from back in the 70s and early 80s before I was intricately involved. Of course, you would know I was not involved in politics in the 70s. But we have not had that level of animosity when it comes down to politicians in this parish. We have always been able to have a cordial relationship where everybody can come together and discuss things that can benefit each and every one of us. And we're asking for that to continue. Because it's the only way that Westmoreland will get where we need it to be. So I'm really happy, as I said, for all of you. I'm going to ask the 8 of you who are new to take guidance from those who are here before you. Because there's always something to learn from those who have done it before. So I'm going to ask you to take guidance from those who are there before you. It doesn't mean that everything they tell you is to do. You still have to pick sense out of nonsense and choose for yourselves. But as I said, take the guidance, because the more knowledge you have of the situation, then the better it will be for you. I'm going to also ask from the council's perspective to try to have a public education program where people understand the role of the representative. A lot of people in Jamaica don't understand the role of the MP and the role of the council. Yes. Because they expect that you can do everything that they think you can do. And it will lead to people having expectations that you can't fulfill. So if we can develop a public education program from a Westmoreland's perspective, I'm sure if it succeeds, other parishes will follow. But we can do something where we educate the persons on the responsibilities and roles of the councillors. Because a lot of people think, as I said, the councillor can do a lot more than they really can do. I've heard it in the campaign, and sometimes you are walking, people are telling the councillor-elect or the candidate at the time the things that they expect of them. And if you really think about it, it is unrealistic, it is unfair, and it sets you up for disappointment in the whole scheme of things. I'm asking for us to develop something like that. And if you can incorporate us as MP candidates and the members of Parliament themselves in developing such a program, we would be happy to participate in whatever we are here doing for the development of Westmoreland. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. I promise the superintendent that because he spoke long, my courtesy will be very short. So, as I said, I'm happy to be here. I look forward to working with each and every one of you as we move parish of Westmoreland forward, so we can deal with the
Thank you, Mr. Dwayne Barnes. And I will make sure that I say Dwayne Barnes. Because there was a meeting once where a man made a mistake referring to Dwayne Barnes as another D Barnes. I want to make that mistake here today. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just a few words to say at this time. Mr. Aaron Stewart, Custos Art Repairing, Custos Rotary of Westmoreland, Mr. Bertha Moore, our outgoing mayor, Mr. Andre Griffiths, CEO, who was taking time out of his leave to share in this moment, Ms. Kennedy, acting CEO, Mrs. Black Jackson, our Director of Finance, other hardworking members of staff of the Westmoreland of Operation, Mr. Dwayne Vaz, Mr. Ian Hills, SSP Wayne Josephs, agency representatives, there are a lot of you here, specially invited guests, family and friends, members of the press, those listening or watching on social media, Mr. Leroy Brown, Mr. Winston Thomas, Mr. Courtney Roberts, Reverend Judah Ross, who brought us exaltation, my mother, my wife, ladies and gentlemen, former councillor and friend, Mr. Seabird McFarland and his wife, councillors, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me convey hearty congratulations to the council candidates that were successful in the recent local government elections and are now sitting here as councillors of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. You stuck to the task, you walked the walk, and you have been victorious. Some of our former councillor colleagues were successful in their bid to be re-elected, and we wish them well and thank them for their service and time spent here as they embark on other activities at this time. Those who did not seek re-election, such as former Mayor Moore and former Councilor McFarland, we thank you for the contributions that you have made to this noble institution. The way you both led your respective divisions, and in Mr. Moore's case, the way you led the WMC, standing as an elderly statesman and as a father figure, it of course deserves recognition and appreciation. You both will be greatly missed, but I know that we'll be seeing each other and meeting up with each other from time to time. I must make mention of the fact that we have 3 female councillors, where 2 have been sworn just now, and the other division is being sorted out, as Mr. Stewart said. But either way it goes, it will be a female. So I must make mention of the fact that we will be having, or we have 3 female councillors seated as a part of council at this time. And to the best of my knowledge, it is the first in the history of Westmoreland that we are having 3 female councillors. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this augurs well for our politics, both locally and nationally. When you go to political meetings, most times women outnumber men. But when you go to parliament or to the various councils, the men far outnumber the women. And therefore, encouraging our women in Westmoreland to take what is happening here today as a form of encouragement. To see it, let stimulate your mind politically and act so as to get you involved in representational politics. Ladies and gentlemen, we are operating in a very challenging environment. An environment in which much is demanded of local representatives and the local authorities. However, despite much talk about local government reform, which has been going on from in the 90s, enough action has not gone into the process. I see where the local authorities need more autonomy over the jurisdictions. Oftentimes, the hands of our councillors and that of the local authorities are tied. It is time, and I was a time, it is time for central government to allocate more of the funds that are generated locally to the same local authorities that generate these funds. Funds such as motor vehicle licensing fees, funds such as property tax. We encourage our residents, our citizens, every day, every year, to pay their property tax. And for some time now, Westmoreland has been in the top 5 parishes across the country when it comes to the payment of property tax. And on a number of occasions, we have been the #1 parish when it comes to the payment of property tax, meaning we're rating most money for property tax. But what little is remitted to us by central government is clearly not sufficient to take on the task at hand. So I am calling upon central government to look into the matter of making more of what is generated in the various parishes, in the various local authorities, available to the same local authorities so that more can be done for our people. On the other hand, the local authorities also have to maintain good fiscal discipline and ensure that we are good stewards of whatever we have been made masters of. We also have to get our constituents to fully understand the roles and functions of their councillors and the municipal corporation. And also, we have to get to fully understand what their roles and responsibilities are as citizens as it relates to good local governance. I look forward to working with the various agencies, staff here at the WMC, our councillors, and all well-thinking residents of our beloved parish to make Sablamar and by extension, Westmoreland, a better place. And I pause to recognize our hardworking and dedicated staff here at the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. I am aware that the hurdles you face are sometimes tumultuous, high, challenging, but I'm confident that together we will overcome and provide even better service to those whom we serve. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I must express gratitude to the true and living God for his many blessings and guidance. Thanks to my family, and like I said before, my mother and wife right here. Thanks to my family for their unwavering support. Thanks to the constituents of the Bethel Town Division for their strong and unwavering support. They have been giving me unmatched support since 2004, and I'm indeed full of gratitude. For the iconic People's National Party for affording me the opportunity to run on their ticket since 2000. Thanks to my predecessors who paved the way for me. Thanks to my former members of parliament that I work with. People like Honorable PJ Patterson and Luther Buchanan. Thanks to my employers at Newport Mills Limited, a member of a CB group of companies. Not once did they ever, as we'd say, show the bad face about me being involved in politics and trying to represent the people of Bethel Town Division and the parish of Westmoreland. They gave me full support, and I'm really grateful for it. Thanks to my colleague councillors who have expressed confidence in my ability to take on this important assignment as chairman of council and mayor of Sablamar. I look forward to your continued support as we work in the best interest of this organization. The issues are many, but we are committed to effectively deal with them. Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day that the Lord has made. Yes. Let us rejoice. vote of thanks.
Caretaker candidate, Westmoreland Central, Dwayne Vaz. Senior Superintendent of Police, Wayne Joseph. Councilors and other members of the ceremony present afternoon. It is my privilege to have been asked to move the vote of thanks today on behalf of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. Thanks are sincerely extended to all the participants in this meeting. First and foremost, I must thank the Almighty God for giving us the gift of life to be here in this setting. Thanks Mr. Errol Stewart for being our master of ceremony. You have cordially welcomed us in a day of proceeding and helped us to make this day of success. Thanks to Reverend Junior Ross for leading us in such a spiritual and inspiring devotion. It was a blessing. It was a blessing. Special thanks to Ms. Lisa Kennedy, our acting Chief Executive Officer, who brought us warm and kind greetings and granted us an exciting action of formally investing in our chairman. I must mention our deep appreciation to the presence of our customers. Mr. Perry, our caretaker candidate, Dwayne Vaz, our Senior Superintendent of Police, Wayne Joseph, our President and courtesy have indeed made this event a triumph. Further, we are grateful to our councilors and other members of the Municipal Corporation for taking time out to be here. I cannot thank everyone enough for the invaluable support this afternoon. Thank everyone and have a blessed and restful evening. Thank you.
I boss this. Who improve boss this? Who improve boss this? Every time I boss this. Who done this? No boy drinking. From boy, from done this. What Mr. Lewis this? One Mr. Lewis. One Mr. Lewis. Where's the phone? One Mr. Lewis. Who will say? One Mr. Lewis up a phone. One Mr. Lewis up a phone. One Mr. Lewis up a phone. Oh, you mean time come. Time. Fresh prince. What's the coffee? Running. Your picture. All right. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Is the swearing in of the Savlamar Parish Council. Yeah, all councils are swearing. This is the mighty crowd. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Time come, brother.
Yeah. The Ice TV.
Ain't they ready? Me ready now. You know what's him next?
Yeah, this is the MP.
Him next. Look on the camera.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
One doing boss, one mischief. Mischief and MP for them, yeah?